I think as you talk about consumerism in healthcare, it really requires an entire redefinition of how we approach health and healthcare. And I like to say, if you want to change the world, you have to change the words. And many of the words in healthcare start with the wrong place. For example, we talk about patients when we should talk about health consumers. We talk about healthcare when really what people want is to stay healthy. So we have to reorient how we address people and how we design the entire process of healthcare. And I think that's the biggest challenge. So we can't start with physicians. For example, in chronic care, if you see a physician 5 hours a year, which is more than 95% of all the population sees a physician, and that's a lot, 5 hours. That means that 99.9% of the time of the year, you're on your own. And that just doesn't work for a chronic disease, because unlike acute issues, a chronic disease, you're sick all the time. So you need something that supports you. And we think that is a unique combination of technology, high touch, and high tech. Well, at Livongo Health, where I'm CEO, we're using technology to empower people with chronic conditions to live better. We're beginning with diabetes. And so that starts with a connected glucometer. It's the industry's first two-way interactive glucometer. And when you're checking your blood sugar, that information is going up to the cloud. You're receiving immediate feedback, not just on what the number is, which is traditionally what's happened, but also on activities that you can undertake to improve your current condition. So for example, if your blood sugar is high, it might say drink 2 glasses of water, walk for 10 minutes, and then check again in 30 minutes. And people like that immediate, actionable feedback, but it has to be at the right time and in the right context. And if you can use technology to deliver that, use technology to also, as we do at Livongo, connect them to their social network. And that might be a mother or a father, a son or a daughter taking care of an elderly parent, a roommate, a friend, a spouse. The first and best care in a chronic condition is someone who loves you. And if you give them the right information, they can act better. And so you have this technology creating better connections. And that's really the best way to deliver healthcare. I think what's going to happen is the consumer being in charge and saying, with my app, I can make decisions on the highest quality care, the location of that care, the cost of that care. And that transparency that we can deliver is part A. Part B is actually better care. And where does that better care come from? Better information. So if I know that you as a patient need help, that's great. If you don't need help, the last thing I want to do is call you and bother you. So giving our physicians, our nurses, our certified diabetes educators, our endocrinologists, and every other specialty, these really great people who want to help, giving them better information in the proper context is going to be a big part of it. So consumerism, technology coming together in this unique fashion. And I think that's going to change everything. There are a number of different conferences, summits that go on every year, and I have to make a decision about which ones do I attend. And I like the Emids summit because basically there's two things. One, you get great people coming, and so there's a great opportunity to connect. And second, what's really important is it's not a bunch of very static addresses. It's done in a format where it's an interview format, the audience can get involved, and there's a lot of Q&A. And there's a lot of tough questions that are asked. And those tough questions mean you're actually learning as opposed to listening to something that you could have easily read. So I think it's a very interactive and fun conference. And when you can only do a few a year, this is one that I like to do.